within Kisii ona into turano konyo mu Kisii soko gendereria ese ebiashara byabo ase sako na gosegwa ase sake ese batara join please njubwango mo join tukini esako yeito na Kisii yeito esa magenda wa Kenya pamoja you our concern.
Inyuranga chirangiye chiga nigo chiri kurwase chire chiri guririke iriya gatigati wekari guri iriya bantabati moigo imeya uru superstores nero eduka yuka yibwate emixer yibwochoganya chirangi wekabunuraganye ochoganire erangiyiga aseduke yiga ya uru superstores nabo kwegena muna ekale awatagete nigo kwayanyora wekirano tutarire rero eriwe nyorere abamanyi naboigo Ekeonga enyumba yao use hasomanyete use chire chibiasara njibwa tokorekana okuya na ayonsi nigo araikirane ekero utumikite chirangi cha crown paints eduke yiga ya uru superstores yego tokase enyumba ya uru complex imiyumucho yigo musongo eywerangane duka ya Safaricom mwigo ngotuka bari ase nyumba ya JM Towers eyure angene bengi ya Credit Bank asamange bakiresi mgwetera seti namba chabo 0111161500 Uru Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani.
Aha. Kwa hiyo umeamua kuumwaga mchele kwenye kuku wengi. Mbona mimi na yako siyasemi? Mwanaume gani wewe? Kutwa kujilizaliza. Sehemu ya kulia mimi, unalia wewe. Ukirudi nyumbani, unalala tu. Haujali mwenzako nimekula, nimeshiba au nina njaa. Au niwaambie watu kama mchezaji majeruhi, kwa mwezi unacheza mara moja tu. Niache!
Dada, maneno unayamwaga hayo.
Niache. Wewe umeamua kuyamwaga. Kuanzia leo, watu wote na
Tukirechita ikaibere igore ye Chinsa Ikomi cheritukere jume tariki ya mugosiri tukoritangani yo mutenyi ogatano na gatatu mwako igabwechiri bubere 2025 Ekeonga Chinsa Ikomi asenchira yo bwengi havira kariri nera kwane kyabuna chibichana marugingo ikarachira asenchira ere yo bwekira nuveni Nyaboga kuraso muna bwimanyeri nchebuna botambe ngoro kwa Catherine Nyaboga karanso ike overnight tugo ikomwero tukomanye gatiari agendrete gwataka na boigo igatiari togendete gukwariganiria ase Ekeonga Chinsa ibere na boigo inye chiwotko warero asenchira ere yo bwekirano abwatani be kiama kia UDA nigo bwate osinigo bagendereria omusangirikano na boigo nababwatani be kiama gya ODM bakorawa no mujumbe West Mugirango Muske Steve Mogaka na boigo mwakilishi wa basubati kurwase county ya Nyamira umusko musubati Jerusha Mumanyi musangirikano huyo nigo oikirano na barai kureke serikali ya Kenya kwanza ase boigo abarai abangi osinigo okorekana asense moya riensune ewodi ya Nyansiongo ibunge ya Burabu county ya Nyamira
abantu batake konkora abantu batake gusali Kenya ambayo tuko nayo Kenya moja ndo akochogorole ngukubona kicheke bano gukora. What is this are you doing? Uri aliko kuchoma engara aliko nyora abantu bakokore gosoli ne serikali bakokore mimi kama rais siwezi taka unawaambia hiyo vitu mbaya haitakikani. Hata mimi nataka kuambia huyu Rigichini hiyo vitu mbaya aache. Ni yeye ndio nilikuwa naambia hivi. Tocho ini abande elinde toirira abantu baito ebintu. So tugasoa ase serikali yeye. Ekero tuasote mapema ake. Akeigo tukanyora mali nani wajiri broad based ya Swahili. Nkamanya koi kubuyanga teba kama Raila amekuja hiyo broad based. Then bono igana into no atole oikatogwane kyagerera kuburi ale bintaire sobo. Na into oikatogwane bite seito. Tokaira naga ase serikali ya William Samuel Ruto. Emme iganga ya itene ne ya tubegeta. No make sure na into abantu baitu bakore wigas. Ono muna tuacha wamejaribu kuexplain inge serikali yebwat. Iwana ale kubatebya na inche muno ya makuru Nyamira ekiagira tole baberenda abatura abono into twa mere bullets tugateba na bono tigatoreme. Wega togenda mutu ntogo tigabantu baitu. Nyano koramu tigabaturamu. Lakini ane abantu bande bali gotorama batamanyeti ekiagira tubanjete. Mugusie sabe tatigamba tebinga inche buno mongina. Mugusie sabe. Inyagi ngogenda ando singozaru mugusiga gokwani bobe. Osese serikali inche ngotanga kurwanira mugusi. Omuntu nyangetere pieso mumaene. No muntu oria kara twagenda serikali yake igo ogototebinga hakuna share yenu hapa. Share ya ino igorore mu abekirete. Ama ina gototebi to the face. Atotebe. Ani ya gototebia na abana ali kubachanganya karase serikali yabo. Ekara baje gototaino yebona ta kunyare kyerera tagete share. Tugasobwa ngo bwango kimotagete. Toru serio tugatebana tigaenda chiko.
Tokoskabosio mawaziri wetsemi Elias Migosi ogamba nigo akwanere oke wa which fees at university. Migosi niga tebire ekamati eria umurai wensi achore tumutinyo kyanda mwako eta eri kurigereria chief fees at university nigo yakora emiromo yaetwe na ritkurigaro nigo yabete gosoke chief fees chinya at university asebo igo chief fees esi chyo chirache gochaka emirimo omutinyi okyanda korenengana na Migosi nigo aborokyo barache gosabwa chief fees kubwatikana n'ekikosi kiri bagosomra segati ekifisi cyaba kikobutoro asekerengo Ikomi na Ikomi nabo igo egati ekikosi nde kikabutoro se kikana cyo kifisi ekerengo kemerongo ene igoro yemya.
The team has reviewed. There is a team that the president set up, the presidential review team that was set up in September last year. They went through the MTI program and they were able to come up with a wide variety of variables so that we are able now to determine the income of the parents of the students to be as close as possible to the reality so that the margin of error is reduced. They also rationalized the fees for the university programs, and that is a circular that you saw has come out where the fees has been sufficiently reduced. I think some programs are reduced by 15%, others almost by 40%. That was a rationalization exercise that took place. So with all this mitigation and interventions, we believe and we are sure that going forward, that sector where there were a bit of issues relating to maybe banding is now going to be resolved, and we're going to ensure, as I keep saying, that no student is going to be left behind by the fact that they are financially constrained. The government is ready, willing and able to ensure that we support all our students to undertake their programs, to study their subjects of choice, their programs, their degrees of choice, and so that their dreams are realized. That's what we are doing, and I can assure you that anything that comes, any challenge that we face, we get a solution for it. For instance, on the issues of the capitation gaps, we're already working with the Parliament and Treasury to find means and ways of ensuring that we bridge that gap so that we bring that figure to as close as possible to what we are supposed to do. So there is no reason to panic. There is no basis for wrong information going out there that the government has changed the policy. The policy has never changed. It remains the same. It is provided for in the Constitution under Article 53, and we are mandated to ensure that we perform our obligations under the Constitution, and that's what we are doing. It is effective September this year.
Tugarite asense meyo yogo kwanera gose korigereria chiseme umukonyo w'umuraiwensi ya Kenya kithura kindi kinigo atebire serikali ya Kenya nigo ebegetomukia kweneke buna abana abakenya ngonyora bari chiseme chinge kirabakonye ase amatukari mutwe gukwana korwa account ya Baringo kindi kiniga atebire Kenya nigatie Chinsa kira kibwate chiseme so chikwana ebirengo bigoro bye chiseme gosa masomo.
Nataka niseme hivi nikiwa hapa Kabarane siku ya leo ya kwamba Kenya ni moja ya nchi ambayo elimu yetu iko mbele ikilinganishwa na nchi ambazo sana sana nchi za ukanda huu wa Afrika. Kenya is one of the countries with a good solid education system. Ndio unaona wale watoto wanatoka Kenya wanaenda ng'ambo, hata wakienda Amerika kwa masomo ya juu ama waende uko Ulaya, hao ndio wanakuwa number 1, wanashinda mpaka wazungu. Kwa sababu system yetu ya education ni mzuri. Just ask around. All our young people who go abroad for higher education, they are always on top of their class. Kwa sababu tuko na elimu mzuri. Ni kweli za zingine kuna changamoto. Na hizo changamoto Rais Ruto na serikali yake tunajaribu kutatua changamoto ambazo ziko katika mambo yetu ya elimu moja kwa moja, one by one. Kwa sababu hakuna taifa imemaliza shida zote. Every country solves the problems one by one. Mmesikia tayari tumeanza kuongeza idadi ya walimu. Hiyo ni njia moja ya kuboresha mfumo wetu wa elimu. Kila mtoto akienda shule akutane na mwalimu, kusiwe kuna shule ambazo hazina walimu ama walimu hawatoshi. Kujenga madarasa. Hii serikali katika miaka mitatu tumejenga madarasa 23,000 katika taifa la Kenya. 7,000 ya hayo madarasa yamejengwa na hazina ya CDF ambayo ni hazina ya National Government. Hayo madarasa mengine 16,000 yamejengwa kupitia wizara yetu ya elimu. 23,000, a record 23,000 classrooms in 3 years. Tunaanza sasa ujenzi wa mahabara, laboratories. Kwa zile shule ambazo hazina laboratory, 1,600 secondary schools, senior schools, ili watoto wetu wapate equipment mzuri na wajitayarishe wakati wanaenda kufanya mtihani wawe wamepata masomo mazuri.
Abasaye korwa ebunge Nyaribare chache kaunti ya Kisii nigo babuye gutumika buya chinga cyose Chinsa kira batabwatimire indiyonzi kunenchira ya moyo kwegenderera boyo gutanga korwa ase kisabu chimbe bakora wana Dan Kanyasiango oyoro murai werombe ya Ekeonga nyambane nigo baire egatiye chitimu isato emepira bunenchira ya moyo gosegetana boigo gosira ebyegwa ase abasa egatiye chitimu echo ngamane timu ya Mwembe etimu ya Kiamabundu na boigo etimu ile ya Nyaguta.
Kwa majina naitwa Charles Lwanga, mimi ndio captain wa Mwembe FC. First of all napigia mheshimiwa asante, umetusaidia na ball mbili na tunaona ni mengi utatufanyia. So mheshimiwa, coming up 2027 tutakupea hiyo kitu, tutakupea hiyo kura. Kama saa hii hujaingia kiti na umetupea mipira, sembuse je ukiingia kwa kiti, si utapeana mingi? Si atapeana mingi?
Kwa majina naitwa Edwin Mogaka Ragogi, head coach Mwembe FC. Tulianzisha hii club to 5 kunacha young talents. Tulianzia under 14 hadi tukadi na under 19. So tunafurahi sana kwa kufika kwenu hapa, kwa kutusupport na training balls zenye ni shida sana kwa timu. So tunaomba mheshimiwa, hii timu ni ya Nyaribari chache, achipe in asaidie timu za Nyaribari.
Asamaria ngoro ku Wilfred Makori Masese, coach Kiamabundu Youth Football Club na founder ye club ya Kiamabundu. Itukoria rero twarorembia sana, twarorero busubo abageni batotarire kuri office ya mheshimiwa Ekeonga nyambane batoreteire mipira itolagit twabere togo struggle togo strain kuboru ne mipira bune twarorire rero gaigo busubo ito etimu yabere wako mupira yongata bachesachi abange abebwate players bala around 100 baranga baso league kuruma mbake league ku national division 2 lakini asingenzo ya challenges yechi besa n'abana siasa gose abarayi baito barororo batakonyete timu ikanyara kuba ya drop iri gache league ku county league
ya very challenge for some quite time na go saba onye kera nyari kana to mente chipi poro cha bande babo bigeta bande ntubegeti jisaini alito gonya ko korosno team au kitugwa ne field moroje bwate mo mara bakubegeti yo wanto ko re viato ya rabu wangu so na kera nyari kana to gorere ebitokore zo traineri ebibinde twakira no mipira
kala tigaturu request dansta erinda bana abakonyo na tebere bya munasincho mweshimiwa aigwete na goikirania immediately namba ya kabere omweshimiwa ororekanire korigereria abana chitalent because tari rimo na arorera kwena ne mepira ase constituency yetu nyari bari chache obere gakwena na asa nyinge imepira
magega ya baremi bo mochere korobekana asikiri bakwemurunganire na gatabuna serikali yensi ya Kenya teri kugora mochere korwasi bare muwaziri bo boremine tugo mutaikawe ni gasokina okwanera omochando yo asaerere buna asimyaka 3 yaite ni serikali yensi ya Kenya yaberege kugora kosige korusi omochere korwasi Chinsa chesko
issue of the rice imports. Let me just put it this way. Rice, we have imported rice almost all our lives. In the last 3 years, for example, we have imported an average of about 700,000 metric tons of rice per year. This is not the first time that we are importing rice. We only produce approximately 20% in Mwea and in other parts of our nation. We only produce about 20% of our rice intake, of our rice consumption, only 20%. The rest of it, year in, year out, is imported rice. So I don't actually understand why there was this confusion about whether we are importing rice so that we can kill the local industry. Let me explain. We import wheat in this country. 90% of the wheat that we consume in Kenya is imported. But we also have our farmers in Narok, in Timau, and elsewhere. And the practice is as follows. We ensure that the local producers are taken care of. We make sure that we buy all the wheat that is in the country as we allow for imports to come in. And we will make sure that we will buy all the rice that is in this country, even as we allow for rice to come in. So there should be no panic. There should be no panic from any farmer that we are going to be import rice at the expense of the local farmer. I cannot myself supervise, such an exercise. Therefore, and this is not the first time. Last year the same thing happened. The previous year the same thing happened. And we didn't hear that rice in Kenya or anywhere else, rice around the Republic, anywhere in the Republic, was actually spoiled or lost or not bought by Kenya. So I want to urge calmness in some of these things. Let not a propagandist start just talking for the sake of talking, where everybody has become an expert about everything. There is need to first of all look at the data, look at what has happened in the past, look at what is happening. And by the way, even next year, we will still import rice, even as we try to wrap up our production. In Mwea, we are expanding. In Ahero, we are working with the Japanese government to expand rice growing. Ahero, Bura, and elsewhere. We want to increase rice production.
Yokoro Ekeonga Chinsa Ikomi asinchira yo wenge ibere na nyicho butko barera hari no totu nyangiri na chiyo karatira yo monaya na manga asinchira ire yo wekrano twaro borigere boro bya asemero bya Getembe TV ko bote tumra ne ritskore anki
Superstores nero eduka asorgo ngurigarua South Nyanza yanchere amone company ya mabati Rolling Mills elukuya bwatuka uchiase abaonia aiga ntobwate showroom asura achagwirigirie amabati anda umsialia utagete showroom yetu nigo ere enkare eyuerengia na boigo ekogokia riso lyao chingaki ogoswasa yiga kurigiriria amabati yiga ntubwate etimu ya Tembo abo bagokora imirimo ase showroom yiga babwate chingoro chingia chugo kwarigania na boigo chogotebereria kende gensi uraganie bagotebereria company ya mabati rolling mills niko babwate amabati chingenjo ao ayuare ye chikala ao na boigo ayuiga bwate chi profile net gauges ao bunabono babwate normal corrugated na boigo box corrugated asibego babwate boomerang ayuare aye chigage emerongetato asama mabati ali aye chigage emerongibire na isaro na isato babwate tile profiles alia au oriental elegantal versatile gross na boigo na versatile mat MRM niko babwate lifestyle ayuago tena roman jinko na boigo web design babwate ligani kabwate chikala bunabone lia chako gray brick red tile red maroon sky blue na boigo na green obutambe bwe mabwate liga niko bokolengana amo nukugania gwe customer mbabwate bintu bindi boigo ebyo ochikunyara kabo gutumika chinga gicho gwakerania mabwate liga ase nyumba yao tutari rero ase Uhuru MRM showroom onyare kabo gukwerera amabwate yu akomenya segeka ayo uchane warrant na boigo ayo urakoberwa ikasure asubwango edukenyiga ya Uhuru Superstores yego toka se nyumba ya Uhuru Complex imiyumu chuyigo busongo eyuerangene duka ya Safaricom boigo ngotoka bari ase nyumba ya JM Towers eyuere angene bengi ya Credit Bank asamange bakere simgwetera seti namba chabo 0111161500 Uhuru Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani.
Asegeka k'emyaka 49 ebenki ya Kenya pamoja sako yabere n'umugusi negukinia umugusi ase eningo yae yabere gekurwa obukorere ase Chinsa mu buno savings loans obosemi bugutumika chibesam na diaspora savings ase bali Chinsa chimaiko ase wa Kenya pamoja sako yabere ogusira okonene ase abalemi ebyumbe chiskuru chikumpane ao abarikire abaritayire gosibali ensemo ya pension boigo abonchereria ibotani na Kenya pamoja sako iyonyore obukoreri ubuya ase Chinsa muna obosemigoro yubutumiki bw'ikibesa chilon muna development loans school fees loans emergency loans ebyumbe business loans salaried loans na boigochi advance loans boigon korantura muri kibesa ase uri kuse mobile payments kabe oyomo wa Kenya pamoja sako iliyobwego kerie ayo onsi na yande amange amaya asamange batarechi abisichabo chire asumu chubusongo kahawa house raja moja asipara ya Kisii sotik siba kiresi miasi namba 0746-668-190 kuse ototare website yetu ya www.kenyapamojasako.com.
Njama lieta ngoro kwa isa kwa mwenga CEO wa Kenya pamoja sako. Sako ya wa Kenya pamoja ni sake kushughulikira members baye na chigurupu chiria chigo kwa savings wonko wakira bia isoko chara wa Kenya pamoja sako kune financial institution yao tobwate chipranchi chito Ikomi na inya chire within usi wanahintu utora onogo konyo mugusi soko gendereria ese ebiasara byabo ase sako na gosegwa ase sake ese bali batara join please njubwango mo join tukini esako yeito na gusi yeito esa magenda wa Kenya pamoja you our concern.
Ne nogani gukorerwa live streaming ase chipejo cha social media cha Getembe nubwate imishangirikano ya gisiasha amatanga chinyangi chibirthday mesangirikano y'ikanisa baby shower, anniversaries gose ekinyoro kinyumo, enyangi gusuko kwa kuyomino, emijega ao, bunabono housewarming parties, engagement parties egatie binde bige, bono Getembe Television Network, nero ego kwayega asiri golidio gotukutera, ninchwe omurikirwe ye maseje munaba munyibe